If there was ever a perfect get-right opportunity for the Eagles, it is this one. Fresh off a bye, going up against one of the worst teams in the NFL, and Eagle fans think that Nick Sirianni's job could be in jeopardy if they don't get it done this weekend. Is that going too far? Well, Jalen Hurts finally came to the defense of his head coach for the first time in a very long time. We'll hear what he had to say, and we'll go over a couple main keys for the Eagles to beat down the Browns this weekend. But of course, welcome on into A to Z Philly. I'm RB. Do me a huge favor. If you enjoy these videos, go down below, hit that big old red subscribe button and help us on our road to 6K subscribers. But I just want to jump right into it, man. Let's start off with what Jalen Hurts had to say about his head coach during the bye week. He said it was one of the most efficient opportunities he's had to hit the reset button to try to get things right. And a lot of people have criticized Jalen Hurts for not coming to the defense of his head coach, especially when he's had some of these layup questions over the last couple of months. But here's what Jalen Hurts had to say about Nick Sirianni and their relationship. Quote, "We are the two leaders of the team. I'm happy and fortunate that we were able to come together in harmony and have the same goal in mind and try to get this thing right. I got a ton of confidence in him, a ton of confidence in what he brings, everything he has been able to accomplish. Everybody goes through different moments. Everybody experiences adversity. We've experienced different moments of adversity together. We are excited for what's to come." Now, my mind goes a couple ways when I hear this quote. Number one, I don't understand why Jalen couldn't do this before. Maybe he was frustrated and, maybe, he's just not the best talker. But at the end of the day, we have all been waiting to hear something like this. This team has seemed not focused, not locked in at certain times. Certain players don't seem to really be on the same page. But for Jalen Hurts to come out and make a monumental statement like this and just show everybody that, hey, I got Nick's back, I think that will already give this team some extra energy and some extra juice as they head into this game against the Browns, which, by the way, is going to have to be a dominant performance. I don't want to hear any excuses. I don't want to hear, well, this happened. Well, this happened. You got A.J. Brown back. You have Devontae Smith back. You have your offensive line pretty healthy. Everybody's here. You're going up against a lifeless team right now. The Eagles have to go out and put up 30 plus in this game. I'm not going to be happy if they win this game 17-16, and it comes down to a nail biter against one of the worst quarterbacks in the NFL right now. But we'll get to that a little later on. What I am happy about is that Jalen Hurts is coming out here. Looks like they've hit a bit of a refresh button in terms of the Eagles' injuries. Seems like they are primarily healthy. We've talked about Sidney Brown, who could potentially come back this week. But what we do know is Cooper DeJean will be in there at nickel corner. No more Avonte Maddox. So DeJean, the young guy, gets an opportunity. I'm sure we'll see other guys as well. Looks like Nakobe Dean has an ankle injury that he's battling, right? But AJ back, Devontae, even Anais Smith, his window is activated. And, you look at the rest of these guys, they should mostly be healthy this weekend, finally getting everybody back on the same page. Meanwhile, if you look at the Cleveland Browns injury report, you're going to say, what the heck has happened over there in Cleveland? What are they putting in the water, man? Every guy, it seems like, is injured on this team. We know about Nick Chubb, who hasn't played since, I think, early last year. He's a really good player, but they really don't have much back there in the backfield other than Jerome Ford. Amari Cooper's battling some stuff. I mean, everybody. Jerry Jeudy, David Njoku, Myles Garrett's battle. Everybody on the team. I'm not going to go one by one. The whole team seems to be injured. So the Browns are just browning right now. They are just in a state of chaos. Couple wild stats, okay? The Browns are so bad that they are the only team in the NFL to not score more than 18 points in a game this season. And Deshaun Watson has not thrown for more than 200 yards in a game and has also been sacked the most times in the NFL. This is a get-right game for the Eagles, says John Clark. Now, on the other side, the Eagles are the only team in the NFL not to score in the first quarter. Can we finally have a hot start to a game? That's my number one key, okay? Come out, run the ball down their throat, and put it in the end zone. I'm tired of going to halftime with 3 points. I'm tired of ending the first quarter with nada. Okay, the Eagles need to go out there and dominate this team. Can we play with a lead for once? Can we go out there and have fire in this team and score 2 touchdowns in the first quarter? That's what I'm looking for this weekend. Okay, so my number one key, come out with a hot start. Never let this team build any momentum and put them away early. Let's go ahead and talk about a little more with this game. All right, we looked at this the other day. But the Cleveland Browns are potentially the worst team in the NFL right now. 30th in points, 32nd in yards, 30th in points per drive, 29th as first downs, 32nd in third downs, 32nd in net yards attempt, Deshaun Watson right now is averaging less than 5 yards per passing attempt, and he's also been sacked the most times in the NFL, as we just said. Their offensive line is terrible. They don't have their star running back. Amari Cooper and Jerry Jeudy can't seem to get on the same page with Watson. They really have nothing. Matter of fact, I would agree with ESP here, and I would go the next step and say I would be more scared of playing Jameis Winston than Deshaun Watson right now. We know all the off-the-field stuff that happened, but Deshaun Watson at one time may have been a top 5 quarterback in the NFL, and he just looks nothing like he should right now. He doesn't look anything. He's a shell of his former self. And he says here, the Browns only do one thing well. They blitz a ton and get pressure on the quarterback. So believe it or not, the Browns are 3rd right now in the NFL. They blitz around 35% of the time, which is surprising coming from a guy like Jim Schwartz, who we saw here for years in Philadelphia. Very thankful for him and his contributions. But, we used to get frustrated with him as well, playing the prevent defense and, playing a little bit soft at times. So I think now that he has more weapons, and I think when you look at the Browns front, Myles Garrett and Zadarius Smith, those are the guys to really be concerned about. Matter of fact, that's the only thing I'm concerned about. But you look at the rest of these guys, they haven't done much. Now, they do force a lot of fumbles. They like to poke the ball out. I think, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 this year. They only have 1 interception, and it comes from their linebacker, JOK, who is having a pretty solid campaign so far this season. He's really been one of their standouts, but other than that, decent linebacker play at best. They have former Eagle Jordan Hicks on the squad. Their secondary is banged up. They have Roddy McLeod, former Eagle Super Bowl champ, but, Denzel Ward was on the injury report. He has not practiced this week. Doesn't seem like he's going to go. The Eagles should be able to exploit this defense. They have not created a lot of turnovers in the passing game, and Jalen Hurts cannot make those brutal decisions. I know I'm saying a lot of the same things. When they get down to the red zone, Jalen Hurts needs to be careful with the football. No more excuses, man. Jalen's got to be able to put it in his best weapon's hands. Now you have AJ and Devontae, who are pretty much unstoppable. Keep in mind Dallas Goedert, Saquon Barkley. I don't want to see Saquon subbing out every time they get to the red zone. That's on you, Kellen Moore. Right? Last couple weeks, Kellen Moore, I feel like, is going a little bit under the radar. He should be in the crosshairs right now. And the Eagles' offensive line has to be very good as well. I mean, they have been pretty much rock solid. One of the most consistent areas of this team so far, but the Browns are going to dial it up. So if the Eagles just play smart football and maybe they can finally win the turnover battle for once, I mean, there's just no way I see the Browns coming out of this game with a win. And then on the offensive side of the football, I mean, again, Jerry Jeudy's got 213 yards on the season, Cooper with 208. I mean, I don't want to see career days for these guys. I don't want to see somehow Deshaun Watson throw for 350 yards in this game and 2 touchdowns. If that happens, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just going to say right here, the Eagles need to make a move. And I know it's not traditional. It's not characteristic of what Jeff Lurie does. But I think Eagle fans are fair in saying that if they were to somehow come out here and, let's say, either get embarrassed by the Browns or lose a tight game and they just don't look good again and this defense doesn't do anything different, I think somebody's got to go. I mean, it's simple as that. This is the perfect opportunity. You cannot ask for anything better on a silver platter than to go up against a lowly team like this right now. Coming out of the bye, by the way, this was your chance to sit down, take a step back, look at everything overall, and make some good adjustments. As long as they come out and look like a different squad and not what we've seen the last couple of weeks, I will be convinced, and I'm going full in confidence on this game. That's right. Crazy. I am fully confident the Eagles are going to blow the doors off of this team. Utilize your best weapons, play aggressive. Maybe Vic Fangio will dial up some blitzes. Hey, Vic, have you looked at the stats? Deshaun Watson has been sacked 26 times. He looks like a deer in headlights back there in that pocket right now. His mobility has been erased. He has nothing. Don't let them get going. The Eagles need to play with a lead for once, and they need to come out and dominate the Cleveland Browns. And really, that's all I got. This Eagles team has certainly had a lot of drama over the last couple of weeks, certain players doing certain things. I need to see the main playmakers step up. Darius Slay, I need you. No podcasts in this game. We need to go out and dominate. CJ Garner-Johnson has given up like 3 or 4 touchdowns. We need him to come back and be the big-time playmaker. This is a chance for you to just go out there and flex on a team and get your confidence back. So my final prediction in this game is the Eagles rout the Browns. I'm going to say something to the likes of 33-15. I have full confidence that they will do it. Hopefully they don't let us down. If they do, then it is time to really think about making some changes on this team. Give me your thoughts down below and your final score prediction. As always, appreciate everybody for tapping in. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. That being said, I'll catch you on the next one. Also, real quick, let's go ahead and give a shout out to our sponsor of today's video. It is the great BetMGM. Enjoy all your favorite sports like never before at BetMGM. Sign up using our code ATOZPA and get up to $1,000 back in bonus bets if you do not win your first bet. When you register with BetMGM, you'll get instant access to parlays, live bets, player props, and daily boosted odds specials. And with BetMGM at your fingertips, every play and every game matter more than ever. So sign up today with the bonus code ATOZPA and get up to $1,000 back in bonus bets if you do not win your first bet. Brought to you by BetMGM, the sportsbook born in Vegas. Download the app today. Please gamble responsibly.